There are many ways that the adult can support the child in their development of self-discipline. And the first is through the environment. Go through your environment and remove any work that may not serve the child. We would call this busy work. An example of busy work would be coloring sheets. Create purposeful activities for the child to optimize their engagement. We want to remove any obstacles in the classroom that are going to get in the way of the child acting independently. Restore the order of the classroom every day. Set those shelves to make sure that everything remains in the place that it should be so the child can find what they need when they need it. And last, it's up to the adult to ensure the child has the necessary freedom that they need in the environment, the freedom to choose, the freedom to move. This is critical in that development of self-discipline. The next large support for the child in their development of self-discipline is consistency in the limits. I cannot emphasize how important this is. And so often when we begin in the classroom, we are afraid to say no to the child when it comes to something that they're doing. And it's okay to say no. In fact, Dr. Montessori said that it's better to destroy evil than to destroy good. And the evil is meaning perhaps behavior that would damage materials or hurt other children. So how do you enforce the limits? First, you have to stop the behavior. We need to get the child's attention. Then we want to talk to them about it, rephrase what they're doing in a positive way. We walk in the classroom and then allow them a chance to try again. Quite often they're fine and they'll go off and walk. But if they don't, we're going to stop them again and we're going to give them another chance. We walk in the classroom. Then we let them go. Sometimes their behavior is showing us that they're not able to do what we're asking. And if that's the case, it's appropriate to redirect the child to something that's going to satisfy what they are showing us. If a child can't walk in the classroom, then they probably should go outside for some large motor activity. They're showing us that in their behavior. What reinforcing the limits looks like is different in every classroom. I've just given you a very easy example. In fact, an example of how I used to reinforce the limits. Every situation is going to present itself differently, but the fact remains, you have limits as a boundary for the child making a choice. If the child makes a choice that is outside of those limits and perhaps unsafe, you have a duty to stop them, remind them positively, it's called positive rephrasing, and then allowing them the freedom to choose again. Dr. Montessori saw that freedom and discipline were two sides to the same coin. They were so closely linked. And that through work, the child could naturally arrive at self-discipline.